sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take the family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this August the 1st. Oh, man, one more month and I can get to the good months that I like. So July flew by. The show's going to fly by today, this being first Saturday. That means that Brother Dave and Brother Dave and Brother Dave and Brother Dave.
You know, with all this stuff going on.
What's going on?
Isn't this an anniversary show?
No, it's next week. Next week is the 19th anniversary, and so you heard that familiar voice from Lexington, Tennessee. A good man, Dave Gabbard, and, of course, his sidekick, Fuzzy St. John. No, Smiley Burnett. No, let's see. Gabby Hayes. No, Gene Smith.
Giuseppe Smith.
Who recently celebrated his 130th birthday. No, Gene Smith, which means we will have puns throughout the show. He says he only has 2,000, Dave. So get ready for that. But great show we got lined up today, 1 week before the big anniversary show, and got some surprise guests for next week's show. I think you're going to really enjoy that as we talk next week on almost show number 500, but it is the 19th year anniversary show. But this show should go fast. We're going to talk trail cameras. We're going to talk about the great outdoors. We're going to talk about Ducks Unlimited, and they know how to throw a party. We're going to talk about diamonds. Oh, diamonds. Yes. And then we're going to close it out with what we know is the Bustin' Clays for Quail, and that's our good friend Johnny McFarland. And all through there, Dave will have words of wisdom, as only Dave can have. Have you been thinking of words of wisdom, Dave?
Yeah, I've been working on my, I'm the color guy. I'm the Bob Uecker of this show.
Oh, you are? Okay,
yeah,
okay, Bob.
Throw it out there.
Okay, Bob. Well, you've got the perfect sidekick for you, Mr. Gene Smith. So let's start before we bring in Bill Cooksey's going to join us here for just a few minutes to talk about something that went on that he was involved in. But, Gene, you got us a pun to kick it off?
Yeah, you remember the Knights of the Round Table?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Well, the roundest knight there was called Circumference.
Circumference. Oh, me, for early in the morning on Saturday, I hope you folks got all that. That whether you're in Brownsville on 1520 AM, 95.3 FM, or out in Jackson on 101.5 FM, and, of course, here in Memphis on ESPN 790 AM and 92.9 HD FM. But
in a traditional year, Pete, your audience would be listening to you on the way to the duck blind draw.
Yes, they would. Would.
There's no duck blind draw.
Normally, Dave in the old days would be standing on a truck holding his phone up in the air.
On top of a truck with my hand and leg up in the air, like a whacked out flamingo.
Trying to get a signal from Big Sandy, but of course, all of that you should have gotten your word. Today is the day that you would have been at Big Sandy, and the crowds would have been there. They'd been at Reelfoot. They'd been at all the locations where they would be drawing for duck blinds, but now it's all done by computer, and you should see your notice. I did receive my notice from the TWRA quota hunt for President's Island, and what do you think Dave Gabbard, my notice, told me?
You probably got a few more points.
I got a few more points. That's I didn't get drawn, but I will say, yeah. But I will say, folks, I did buy 3 of those raffle tickets. I did. I went ahead and did it. Have a chance. I think it's August 26th. They're taken up right now to win one of 7. They're pretty amazing things, and so I went online and got 3 tickets for $50. 1 ticket is $20. 10 tickets is $100, and so I did that. My wife doesn't know that yet, but I did do that. She's going to wonder, where does $50 come from? But folks, do it. It's a time for the Tennessee Wildlife Federation that we're having a raffle, no elk. Drawing for elk, I guess. This is all, the elk hunt comes into this, waterfowl, a trip with Bill Dance, and all those different kind of things. But I did, and so I highly recommend that. You can go to lroutdoors.com, get the information on how you sign up for that, and I hope you do. So we're going to try to see if we can get Bill Cooksey in here right now with us, who is here with us on the 4th Saturday of each month. And we'll see if we can get Bill, and he's coming in with us right now to talk on this Saturday morning. And Dave and Gene will listen in as we do have Bill Cooksey on the line. Hey, Bill, good morning.
Good morning, Larry. How are you today?
Okay, all right. We got Dave Gabbard, Gene Smith anxiously listening, wondering, as we talked about last week on the 4th Saturday, Bill was involved with a group from the Great Lakes. So kind of give us a synopsis of what happened.
Well, all right. I had Drew Youngdyke from our Great Lakes office. They're very, very involved in the Asian carp issue because they're trying desperately to keep them out of the Great Lakes.
And tell them. I mean, your capacity. Tell them. This is part of the National Wildlife Federation. Yes.
In our Great Lakes office, they're very invested in the Asian carp issue, as is the Tennessee Wildlife Federation.
Yeah.
So in addition to Drew coming down from the Great Lakes, and he filmed all the way down, everything in the Mississippi River drainage, he tried to get a little of. Mike Butler from TWF came over, and of course there was a cameraman with us, and it was kind of a difficult deal because, number one, we needed to see carp actually in the air.
Yes.
And we're kind of at a weird time of the year where on the main lake, Kentucky Lake, they're tending to stay out over deep water, and they're not jumping like they did, a month ago.
Never fails.
Like they will
Never
very
fails.
soon.
Yeah, they don't do what you want them to do. It's like filming an episode, so.
Right. So that threw me a curve, and we were going to do this 1st of June, and then, of course, COVID, and that just killed everything.
Right.
So in order to get both the carp footage and then to also get out on the main lake and fish and show them what they look like on side imaging and that sort of thing, I had to have 2 boats up there. So we staged out of Birdsong Marina, and I had my 1542 War Eagle and my bass boat up there.
Okay.
So first thing in the morning, we went down to the Camden Bottoms, to the deep water area.
All right.
And that area is basically, it just looks like a cypress swamp.
Yep.
It's beautiful, and it's very, very shallow this time of the year. So we dropped the War Eagle in there and got in the boat and got that boat full of carp blood and carp slime.
You did? Okay.
Wow.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
As you know, they are nasty, and I was actually kind of glad to get to do that with my aluminum boat and not have to go look for them with the bass boat, because getting that mess off a carpet is a lot more difficult than hosing it out of the bottom of a clean boat.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got the carp first thing in the morning, and that was good. And then we got out on the lake, and the fishing, for me at least, was terrible. Found a few schools of bass, and we just couldn't get them in the boat. And but did see a lot of carp on the side imaging, and then started seeing some carp. They're starting to come up, and We didn't get into them jumping, but we actually saw kind of shoals, especially of the big heads, which don't jump.
Right.
Just
yeah.
moving right under the water, and so they got to see a lot of the impacts that we have here. They talked to Mike and me both about how it has affected us as sportsmen, how it's affected tourism and pleasure boating and fishing and duck hunting. And,
yeah. So Drew got to experience it. I mean, that was the main thing. He wanted to actually see it. He'd never been on this portion of the Tennessee River or anything, right? I mean,
No, that's correct. And the idea behind the video that he is putting together is to reinforce the fact this is not a local problem.
Yeah,
right. You're going to see people from Indiana with the problems, see people from Iowa with the problem. It's all along the river and all of the tributaries now. So it's a national crisis that we have to deal with. But hopefully the same things they're working on in the Great Lakes we're working on here, and that's stopping these things at the dams. And once you do that, you have a tool between that and commercial fishing to kind of start chipping away at them.
Will he be able to post that video once it gets done and people will be able to see it? When do you think that might be on the National Federation website, or where are we going to?
Well, it's going to be shared a lot of different places, and I'll make sure and get it to you as well.
Yes.
I do not have a proposed date of release.
But you'll let us know. You'll keep us posted.
This was the last part. This segment was the last they were filming, so they have everything in the can now, and it's just a matter of going through about 100 hours of footage and piecing together what they want.
Well, Bill, we appreciate you helping us out this morning. Bill Cooksey of Vanishing Paradise. And we look forward to that video, and you'll let us know that when it's going on and everything. So thank you, buddy. All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Have a great one. All right. Bill Cooksey, Dave Gabbard, Gene Smith, co-host, Shelby McCall, taking care of us as we go double duo in here studio. Let's take a break, come back, and we're heading up to, pretty close, Dave, to what he was talking about, right?
Pretty close. Just up the road just a little bit.
Up the road a little bit, and I know Dave knows that area up there very good. So let's take a break on Outdoors Larry Ray. Be right back.